Hey there, class of 2020. This is Staten Borough President Jimmy Oddo, and I'd like to take a few minutes to congratulate you. First off, I want to apologize for not shaving, but I did put on a suit and tie for you. And actually, this is the first time in more than 3 months I could say that. At this point in my life, I don't particularly like wearing a suit and tie, and this is the longest stretch in 30 years I've gone without wearing one. It's not quite how I wanted to avoid wearing one, which I guess is my first bit of advice. Be quite precise in what you hope for. These are some uneven and trying times indeed, but these unusual and tragic circumstances do not lessen your achievement, and you have earned hearty congratulations nonetheless. I was asked by Brian Leyline, the editor of the Staten Island Advance, if I would share a few words with you, and I have to tell you, I've always found graduation addresses to be a challenging speech. In reality, you are speaking to two audiences, you, the graduates, and your families and loved ones. It's hard enough to get one group to listen to you, and now we have to be entertaining and witty enough to keep the attention of two universes. Made even harder these days because all the while as I'm speaking, you are looking at me and saying, dang, what a cool beard. Listening, truly listening, is a difficult thing for human beings. Part of that stems from the fact that people generally speak at 125 words a minute, but we have the ability to listen at 400 words per minute, and that natural excess capacity of brain power means our minds tend to wander. By the way, we think at 900 words per minute. So in effect, there is a 1 in 9 or 11% chance I'm actually saying exactly what I'm thinking and saying correctly what I want to say. I think that's right. If you don't mind, I'm asking you to listen to me for a few minutes as I talk to you about listening and why I think no matter what path in life you take or wind up on, honing your ability to listen will serve you well. The writer Kevin Kelly says being able to listen well is a superpower. And while listening to someone you love, keep asking them, is there more, until there is no more. Now, we're not taught how to listen, so how can we be expected to be good at it? In fact, we're conditioned to speak, not listen. Add to that, now more than ever, we are distracted. In fact, 86% of us struggle with some form of distraction. And that is not a productive thing when you consider that on average, 55 to 60% of our day is spent listening, sometimes much more than that. And don't be fooled, listening is not the same thing as hearing. Listening is the ability to make sense of what you hear. The good news is the hard wiring to be able to listen is in us. At 20 weeks, a fetus can distinguish its mother's voice. At 32 weeks, a fetus can distinguish between Beethoven and Cardi B. Still, as I alluded to, only 2% of Americans are taught how to grow this skill. This is a book I read recently. It's entitled, You're Not Listening, What You're Missing and Why It Matters by Kate Murphy. Kate is clear in stressing that listening requires more than anything, curiosity. Please, please, throughout your life, be curious. Kate is a journalist and believes everybody is interesting if you ask the right question. She says the goal is to leave the exchange having learned something. You already know about you. You don't know about the person with whom you are speaking or what you can learn from that person's experience. In Kate's book, listening is described as holding a cup out in front of you and wanting the person with whom you are speaking to fill up that cup. She says you are inviting someone into your consciousness. And the conversations you care about are the ones you carry with you in your memory, so care about them. Lastly, Kate says that listening is often regarded as talking's meek counterpoint, but it is actually the more powerful position in communication. Manifesto for a Moral Revolution is this great little book by Jacqueline Novogratz. And in it she writes, we miss so much by assuming we have the answers. Instead, learn to listen with your whole body. Listen with your ears, listen with your eyes, listen with all your senses. Listen not to convince or to convert, but to change yourself, Spark your immoral imagination, soften your hardened edges, and open yourself to the world. So the next time a listening opportunity comes, try to do this. Clear your mind. Stop the inner monologue. Listen to learn, not confirm. Don't be defensive. Ask questions before telling. Don't interrupt. Be patient. Empathize. There is a science to listening and the art of listening. I encourage you to embrace each throughout your lives. You've listened to me. I like to return the favor. If I can be of help, if our Borough Hall team can be of help, if you ever have a question or you want to bounce an idea off at an objective third party, I am available. With the gray beard, hopefully has come some wisdom. I'd love to listen to what you have to say. So feel free at any point to email me at joddo@statenislandusa.com or follow me on Twitter, HeyNowJO. Very entertaining. Congratulations to class of 2020. We need you. Do good things.